All right, so um, I'm here to tell you the new things about the official 2020 update. So let us begin. So at first we're gonna start with the grass. Um, for the new features for the grass is that if you set it somewhere, it could spawn certain plants and crops. It is pretty rare for certain crops to spawn, such as chilies, pumpkins, squashes, and certain trees. So if you're attempting to spawn certain crops just by planting grass, please do not waste your time. But it is a pretty cool feature to the new world. As you can see, here's an example of what happened during the new update. A dandelion has a new flower. A sunflower has spawned, and let's see what else is new. Oh yeah, and due to the new updates, you are also able to make your own trails just by using a shovel. Yeah, so that is also a new building feature to the new 2020 updates. Now on with the new features for animals. Dogs can have now that we have the new updates. Dogs and other animals can have certain feelings and characteristics, which also includes cats. So, almost a cat. It can also sit in different ways. It doesn't sit in a more. It doesn't sit in the same form as it used to be. Since due to the new update, cats can sit in many different ways and have different characteristics. They also come in different species, and yet they're also able to empathize and have feelings. Just to give you just so that way you can get the actual companion experience. Food and water is also included. Food and water is also included when it comes to having the new updates. So now that you have the new update, it's urgent that you get your pet some food and water. Oh yeah, and also animals and people can also, and NPCs can also gain weight as a new feature of the new 2020 update. Due to the new and for the more environmental updates, for the new environmental features, the more you begin to use fossil fuels as your own fuel source to power certain vehicles, it will cause a certain reaction called greenhouse gases. Because of that, it will trap in all the heat that's being sent by the sun, making the earth warmer. So yeah, that's the new update, and yeah. But the thing is that if you keep doing that, it'll cause a thing called global warming, which can potentially will kill you and the rest of the population itself. On with the new features with food. So when you obtain a, let's say, an apple and drop it, it's going to rot and decompose. Here's the upside: if you collect a lot of decomposing foods, you can also be able to create fertilizer, which is also pretty good for creating crops. Certain foods such as pumpkins and melons, certain foods such as pumpkins and squashes, they don't really decompose. They mostly just sit there, and sometimes they would also be attached to the ground, causing them to grow roots. You can plant certain plants As you can see here for an example. Here are the new plants. Here are the new plants. And yeah, you can also chop down a tree and just leave it there, and also take out the roots. Plastic is also really bad for the environment due to the new feature. So if you grab it, you can also gain new XP. Water does evaporate. You can also plant a cactus on a pot and harvest them, like other plants. As a new update for the new 2020 update, you can also set up rocks just for decoration. A new effect you can put into them is you can work if you do really well in your chemistry, you can use these rocks as a fertilizer, and you can put in certain chemicals to make these rocks produce nutrients for the plants. Only when you set water or if it rains. There is balls for dogs for you to play with, and they can also go after them. Due to my dog's characteristic, it didn't seem to show much interest in the ball. So not all dogs will go for the ball. Certain dogs will. If your dog is playful, he is most likely to go for the ball. If your dog's more aggressive, then yeah, you might want to put him down. If your dog's more aggressive and is willing to kill you, it is best that you put him down. In the new update, it's also urgent to recycle, which can have pretty good advantages for recreating something. You can collect water. Let's see. A new thing is that certain animals can interact with the environment and make holes. As you can see, what my dog has done. The big one right there. And yes, they can feel pain. You can also climb trees, too. I'll show you. Here we go. Yeah. I'm not gonna go too high, just for my own safety. Yeah. You can plant avocado trees. You're also able to create circuits too. You can craft your own circuits, code your own computers, and let's see. You can also increase your motivation and become less depressed. You can also mentally train yourself in becoming less depressed. Throughout time, plants could also spawn randomly. So you can also have the choice to either cut them off and weed whack them, or just leave them there if you like. So for the new environmental update, yeah, the lighting is way better. I can actually feel the warmth of the sun, and it doesn't feel like it didn't now. Before I couldn't really feel the sun, and for the new update, I can actually feel the sun setting its ultraviolet rays onto my skin, and it is said that in the new update, when you get exposed to sunlight, you also gain vitamin D, which is a pretty good vitamin to increase bone strength. You can also move certain objects like rocks. You can grab the ground. You can grab gravel. You can grab the board. Yeah. You can also throw rocks too. And you can also displace them. When it comes to building, you can place or deplace certain boards in order to build your own base. So yeah, there's actually a lot to uncover and during the new 2020 update. So if you're watching this, please leave the comments and tell me what I missed in the new 2020 update. All right, I'll see you in the next video.